What is up, you guys, and welcome back. So in our last Pro League tips video, I put out a ton of tricks dedicated to one map, and I said vote for the next map that you guys want to see. Well, the most upvoted one was Chalet, and Chalet's actually not a Pro League map anymore. So I'm going to be doing Border on this one, but let me know down below what map you guys want to see, and I'll choose one of the most upvoted ones for the next Pro League tricks video. Also want to let you guys know that I do have parkour tricks episode number 7 uploaded now. I'll leave a link down below to that video if you guys have not seen it already. Now let's jump right into the first Pro League trick on Border.
Trying to find out if there is somebody in fact in B, but he's going to hit that mute jammer, of course. Nice shot from Aces on the long angle, taking off Lackey's head, and he will put his team now in the advantage, but Leon immediately refrags onto Hicks. And
alright, so warming up, we're going to be starting with a very simple angle you guys can use to get the jump on your enemy. We're going to be creating an angle from bathroom that's going to be going through workshop all the way towards the bottom of central stairs, or pretty much this little hallway by the staircase approaching the very common entrance to workshop. If you guys watch other videos of mine, you guys have probably seen all the different variation of castle setups where you use bathroom. This is a great one where you guys are going to be able to implement this angle and take anybody out. You guys can see we're kind of going through the little support beams of this open doorway, and it's a very difficult angle to contest, especially if you're playing somebody like a Maestro or anybody with an ACOG holding this angle. Very deadly.
I wouldn't say relative obscurity, but somewhat obscurity here is, well, it almost looked like he was able to gonna get a bullet pen kill all the way down. Rise says hello. Leon Gids says goodbye. A nice one tap from the dock.
the hard destruction from the thermite just means your top fragger and one of your most another one. That was another one tap. We didn't get to see it, but 2 for Rise, seemingly on the same angle, and it was a Glass who looked to have been trying to cross. You don't often see a sprint across the doorway actually result in a kill, but Rise is just hitting his shots right now, and Secret are paying the price.
Alright, so this is an angle that doesn't get much love and much pre-fires from attackers. A lot of times attackers have a habit of running up, pre-firing the wall that goes down the hallway and into the armory through that chain fence, and then they'll continue to run towards that camera. Now what we saw in this game was an insane angle that netted them 2 kills, and that was all the way from the back of offices. And this is a great one. Pretty much as attackers are approaching, most likely they'll be pre-firing the hallway, but if they travel too far west towards that security camera on the top of pedestrian customs, they're going to be taken out from a nutty angle yet again. If you got an ACOG, it's going to be a very deadly one. And it's pretty cool too, because even when you open up the wall, you can kind of see that the colors still blend in pretty well, so it goes unnoticed a lot of times.
Sites instead of just going back to the old staples. In fact, they were the team that ran bathroom tellers in DreamHack Montreal. It was the first usage that we actually got to see on camera.
Now using this, we're going to be blocking off entrances from the south side of the pedestrian customs area. That last trick we watched the top walkway, and on this one we're going to be opening up the wall inside a break room and watching anybody that might be approaching the building from the bottom floor. This is one that goes unnoticed quite a bit, and it's a very common place to enter the map. A lot of times people like to open up in armory watching the other entrances. This is another one to switch it up, maybe for following rounds. Use it, catch off an enemy right as they come into the building.
Just to top it all off, suppressor on the Alda of Meepy, because the suppressor seems to dramatically lower the recoil on the Alda at the moment. So that's something that anybody curious as to why you see quite a healthy portion of Maestros using that, well, there you have it. There is your answer.
I have heard a lot of people claiming that, and I've also seen a lot of people just using that suppressor, so it seems to be an accurate rumor, if nothing else. Definitely want to try it myself, though, before I get behind that one.
Alright, so the rumor is the recoil is better when you use a suppressor. So realistically, I'm not going to compare it suppressor versus no attachments. I'm going to stack on attachments on both sides of it, and I'll compare it to something that is probably more used. So you guys are going to see on the left here, I got the suppressor going, and on the right, I got compensator. The rest of the attachments are going to be the same. Now, when I ADS It is pretty similar. It seems like with the suppressor, the grouping may stay a little bit tighter and closer together. I did have that one really random spray go far out onto the right. You guys are going to see on this one here, I'm using it as a hip fire gun, and this one is kind of similar in the same way. Maybe the vertical recoil stays a little bit tighter grouping. It doesn't seem to be a crazy in-your-face difference, but for a lot of people that play a lot of Maestro, this may be a very noticeable difference for you. One thing to keep in mind that for this test, I didn't test it for like tap and burst fire. These are all full auto tests, whether I'm ADSing or standing close. Now this last one is actually interesting. When I stand very close, the vertical grouping is actually tighter and closer together with the compensator than the suppressor. But I don't know, maybe some of you guys have a lot of Maestro experience. Let me know what your guys' thoughts of this are. Or if you guys play a lot of Maestro and use both attachments, let me know which one you guys think is better.
Push with relative ease, but here comes the utility from Millennium.
Tossing in a bunch of flashbangs. You saw there's going to be 2 blasts from that lifeline in terms of concussion being used. This is a smart spot for Leon Gids. Look at that. On top of the filing cabinet, so it can't be shot at and likely cannot be seen, as well as it's got a box in front of it for a bit of cover. That, with Leon Gids still alive, there is still a yokai very much in play, but Liven will see it and realize that he can't quite go for the shot that he needs to.
Waiting for his opportunity. That yokai is doing so much work. Excellent job to Leon making it happen. It's not even going to be final. Oh, wow. What a play from him. You could see that Liven is doing his best to try and dispatch it, but it's just not going to happen. As the time dwindles down to the last 10 seconds, Higgs is going to force his way into the site and take out a Lems. Lackey's still in a perfect denial position. He'll whip out the shotgun to make it happen, and it looks like he's going to not be successful. Aces will finish him off. The yokai drone, though, from Leon will deny the plant in the final seconds. Oh, so much damage done from that one yokai, and they knew it was there for almost the entire round. I feel but like they couldn't stop it.
Now, you guys probably saw the significance of this Echo drone. Now, this is a spot that literally makes me want to go and play more Echo. I don't play a ton of him. If I use an ACOG defender, I'm normally playing as Doc, but man, this spot on border is absolutely insane. Not only can you literally not take out this Echo drone until you get closer to the doorway, Thatcher's not as high picked anymore. So if you don't have a Thatcher and you come across this Echo drone, you're gonna run into exactly what we saw in the clip, where they literally knew exactly where the Echo drone was and they couldn't do anything about it. And you guys saw there were 3 attackers up and they won the round still. And what's nuts about this too is most of the time this wall on West Balcony will get opened up, and when it does that, you're actually assisting the Echo drone, because then from there you can shoot all the way to the CCTV room door. So literally a game-changing Echo drone, one that I'm definitely going to be using from here on out.
To do just that, because the ace is aware of his opponent, about as far away from the building as you can get in this map. Definitely cautious, and rightfully so. He leaves himself open to his opponents.
Alright, now this one's really cool. A lot of aggressive Valkyrie players, or just players in general, like to do runouts on this window and stand very close to it. If you actually back up enough, you can stand behind the cement block on the west road and create a pixel angle that goes all the way to the bookshelves, whether they're standing close to the window or all the way in the back. As long as they're not directly in the corner, you are going to be able to take them out. And as I was doing this spot, I was thinking, dang, this is actually a spot that I stand a lot of times. A lot of times I'll get Valkyrie cameras out here onto vehicle customs, and from there I'll stand very close to the window and get ready for jump outs. Luckily, I haven't been wall banged from this spot yet, but I definitely got to be more careful from here on out.
They could still lock this one away.
In the default cam there for Aces, in control over CCTV.
Now this might seem obvious to a lot of you guys. I'm only going to spend a few seconds on it. If you go over here, you can drop shot this bad boy camera and take it out. A lot of people make the mistake of overextending themselves and actually peeking into the hallway in order to get this camera out, which leaves you very vulnerable to east stairs, offices, and a bunch of different spots that are really unnecessary when all you have to do is lay down and drop shot this camera out. So keep that in mind next time you guys clear out CCTV.
Blackbeard to move in. Unfortunately, K6 is out of here.
Spawn peeked out of the game.
Yeah, well, no rehost for him. Rise will go in for the kill on Tactus, eliminating one, but it's Anthrax for the
So this right here is another kind of obvious angle, but one that's just not thought of very often. Most times when people approach the top of the staircase, they're looking towards break room for people holding that angle. They go to take out the camera, but if they check the break room or go for the camera first, you're gonna see that they're exposing their body to this angle when most of the time they're gonna think they're actually safe from the armory. Normally when they peek the armory, it's much wider and a lot of people aren't gonna be expecting to get shot at right as they approach it.
Mira,
He is playing the silencer.
which makes things very complicated.
That's
now.
true. I don't think we've seen this defense for the most part with Mira.
Well, in the past, yes, but not anytime.
So this mirror spot isn't necessarily one that I see a ton, at least in ranked, which is in the office hallway overlooking archives next to Fountain. But dang, this is a pretty cool spot. Like if you're playing Ash or Buck, you can open up right next to here and you can get a long angle all the way into Workshop. I mean, whether you're attacking or defending, of course, works both ways depending on the situation you're at. But this is a great angle to keep in mind because so many times people will be anchoring down around this desk, vaulting up and over it, checking for different angles, watching for the hatch. This is a great one to catch people off guard and it's very difficult to see it from the bottom. So all in all, it is a very safe angle to check.
So there might be some trickery being planned here. But
Yeah, that means you gotta really be curious about Fountain.
it's
They are
nice spot.
they're bringing a Jaeger this time, so that will stop.
Alright, now parkour drone, of course we're going to be including that in this video. From the waiting room, we're going to be hopping up and getting an angle that goes all the way to offices, and if the wall is opened up on Fountain, you can even see into the archives doorway. Now from the Pro League video, we couldn't see exactly where he ended the drone, but you guys are going to see here that you can even get it up on top of this speaker and cable box. Now from here, you guys can see just how much rotation area this drone covers. You can still do round changing callouts for your team. Now I'm going to be making a poor man's Miro with Maverick and show you guys how long of an angle you guys can see from here. Anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a bunch. Don't forget to vote for your guys' favorite Pro League map down below. I know Chalet was upvoted a lot in the last one, so if you guys want a dedicated Chalet tricks video, I could definitely work on that if that is something you want to see. I love you guys all. I'll see you guys all very soon in the next video. Peace.